Hello everybody, Drew here, tip of the Mitt Flips, where I'm a full-time eBay reseller, and every 100 subscribers there's a giveaway. So if you're watching, make sure you subscribe so you have a chance to win. I've got, well, let me get my list out here. I've got a pretty good sales day, especially for a midweek. Ran into a issue yesterday. Just filmed a haul video, so I got to reorganize to film a pull video. Internet went down, but also our phone service went down. Because normally, internet goes down. All right, well, I got to pay for some extra gigs on my phone. No big deal. Wheels keep moving. But because they were both down, I had absolutely no way to check my listings, check my account, print my labels, do anything that I needed to get done. Luckily, it did come back on just in time for me to get the 3 orders out that I had to get out yesterday. It was a 5-disc CD changer, glad to have another one gone, a die-cast truck that I actually have 2 of, so I could show you one of these right here. I don't remember how much it sold for, but I think it was in the $20 range. And then the third item I'm blanking on, it doesn't really matter. It's already gone. But the reason I even bring it up or even tell you the story is because if I had an account that was like on the edge of good standing, something like that could completely ruin your store. I do hear people often say, a ding here, a ding there doesn't really affect your store. Myself included, because it doesn't. If it's small and insignificant and not very often, it really doesn't affect your store. But what it does is when an emergency situation comes up, it might put you into a risk zone. Because if I would have had to put out all 3 of those items late, or if I had more items that day that had to go out, what if I needed 10 items out that day and I got 10 dings on my account because I had no ability to ship those items out, and a month before that I had had 1, and 2 months before that I had had 1. They were no big deal, just didn't really feel like doing it that day, only had 1 order to deal with. Now all of a sudden I've caused an issue because previously I could have done it and I didn't. Not saying that's what happened, just that was my thought in my head yesterday was, okay, how much damage is it going to do and how much could I have prevented by just doing better the 1 or 2 times before? Because as far as my account goes, I would have been good anyways. But other people may not. You can expect things to go well, but you should plan for them to go bad. First thing going out, B3A is a vintage Parker pen, and it's not in B3A, it's in this pen box. I think Jen had put them in B3A, and I said, no, we're not doing loose pens in that box. We're going to do loose pens in this box. And I think it is this one. I'm almost positive. I'm not sure if I got this one in a Mikhail mystery box, if I picked that one up in the latest estate sale lot of pens. I'm not sure on that one. But either way, let's see how many big dollars I got for it. $40.49 free shipping. That would have been in a 10% off sale. Fabulous. I paid pennies for that. I even went as far, because of how much I'm loving pens, I need to start, I always say, you need to add knowledge to add sales, add knowledge, grow your store, grow your profits, all by adding more information. I could see myself gravitating towards pens. So yesterday, I even went on just eBay and was just looking at pen lots to see if maybe I could spot something that some other seller didn't notice in their lot. Or maybe there was just a bulk lot where I could get a deal and then I would sell each thing individually and then make some profits that way. I did find one. I'm working with the buyer. I don't want to give any more details because it's mine. It's mine. You stay away. But if it works out, and if it works out in my favor, it could be a big buy. Talking hundreds of items, thousands of dollars, just by taking something I don't know a ton about, but recently I've become more active in, and then attempting to learn more, attempting to find a way to source more. I already have made a relationship with a person that possibly will work on a deal. Will it? Yet to be determined. It seems like it was not their full-time job, so it was going to be something it was going to take them time to process all the stuff they have and get back to me, give me an itemized list, all that kind of stuff. I didn't pressure them. I said, take your time. I'm in no hurry. When in reality, I'd really like to know right away. But they said they were going to take the listing down because I was not the only one that reached out to them. And a lot of people were trying to pick and choose from the lot. So I made it very clear that I don't want to pick and choose. I want to come to a comfortable price for the two of us, and I want to buy everything. So that gives me an advantage as far as I'm concerned. Next thing going out is it's a book. Actually, it's 3 books. James Patterson, Witch and Wizard, is these ones down here. And someone sent me a message and asked for, I think it was this one. Not that that matters, but they asked if I'd separate out just one of the books. I didn't even respond to the message. I just sent them a fairly low offer on all 3 so that maybe they'd go, okay, well, this is a fair price for the 3 of them. And so they did. They bought it. $16.99, free shipping. Those will go media mail. I got those in a very large James Patterson book lot that I already made multiple hundreds of dollars on. So that's just icing on the cake. Next up on A3 is vintage Corningware Grab-It Bowls. There's 2 of them. I think it's these 2 here. But let me double check because there is 2 lots of 2. It might be a multi-quantity listing with 2. So, and yes, it was a multiple quantity listing, but each listing had 2 bowls. So these 2 right here are the ones going out. I think I sent out an offer. Maybe it's a weird price if I did, but $11.49 plus shipping. I would have paid probably too much for those. If I paid over $1 for those, I paid too much, which is a possibility that I paid over $1. But I've said before, the Grab Bowls, it's really just kind of it's a replenishable for me. I find them all the time. So even if I only make a couple bucks each time, it's because I can do it over and over and over again. They sell continuously over and over and over again. So the little bit less money, a little bit less profits is better. Still not loving that. Also not loving that it's 1,000 degrees in here. Let me see if I can turn the heat off. If it's even on. It is on. Let's go ahead and kill that. That's a plus. That's saving me money right there. And saving money means making money. Next thing out, C5 is a vintage Doll Wig. Now, I'm going to have to grab, one, two, three, four, 5, the whole bucket, because I got this bucket of Doll Wigs at a garage sale this summer. This is the first one sold, though, so I'm going to see how hard it is to pick it out. But I paid $2 for all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 wigs, and which Doll Wigs, I didn't even know that was a thing. And I don't know if they're actual wigs. Maybe when you're making a doll, that's what you put on it, and then it's a wig. Who knows? Somebody knows, not me. But I paid $2 for all of them, however many I just said there were, and that one sold for $10.99 free shipping. That's the cheap end. Some of them were in the $19.99, $24.99 maybe. I think there was a couple that were more expensive. But either way, good volume buy. So this is a Monique collection. I think it's that one with the red label. So that was actually very easy to find. I will thoroughly check to be sure, but I think that's the one. $10.99 free shipping. And next thing going out, I wonder if the same buyer bought this twice because somebody bought it and didn't pay just a few days ago. B1 is a Farberware copper bottom pan. B, actually not too bad to get to. Go like that. Oh, it's got stuff in it. No wonder it felt so heavy. And included in it is 2 spiders. So that means it's been listed for about a year. I usually predict a spider every 6 months. And this one, I spent maybe an hour trying to get this clean and then just said, know what? I don't care anymore. It's not worth it. And honestly, wasn't worth it in the first place. $6 plus shipping. Glad to have the shelf space. Would not buy another Farberware copper bottom. And those were a big ticket item for me. Not big ticket as in dollars, but as in something I was continuously sourcing, continuously looking for. I've mentioned many times, over lockdowns, Home Goods got hammered with listings because people were at home. People were trying to drum up a couple extra bucks. You go to your own cupboards first, and so Home Goods got just destroyed. I try to avoid most Home Goods at this point unless they're small utensils, first class shippers, that kind of thing. $6 plus shipping, glad it's gone. Next up, actually from that same James Patterson lot that I'd bought before, and so that might be the end of that lot, which would be great. What a weird thing for them to happen the same sales day. It is James Patterson Private Series. Also, this opens up a huge chunk, because that was a 3-book lot. This is a 4-book lot. That opens up a huge chunk of space as far as books. I need to get back to listing some books, mostly because I can see the end. If you've been around a while, you already know. But all the books I have, outside of things like when I buy a James Patterson lot, my aunt's library. My aunt and my father had a farmhouse property that they purchased together. She lived there until she died, and she had an extensive library. And then my dad recently sold the farmhouse. So when he did that, he said, I need to get rid of these books. And I had no time to process. I couldn't process thousands of books. It just wasn't going to happen. And I would say 70% of them are worthless. So it wouldn't have been worth my time to do it. So he said, if I box them up and just bring them to your storage unit, do you want them? So of course, that's a yes. And it's worked out very well, very lucrative. It is, as far as categories go, clothing, because of all the shoes, books and magazines. That's where the money in my store comes from. I get that information from my eBay store info, eBay seller hub area. But I can see the end. I have 1 box sitting there. I think I have 4 boxes left in storage, and then that's it. So then I can go to a point where I'm actually sourcing books instead of just wading through the mud of books I have trying to find the 1 or 2 winners, which there's been some really good winners. I actually have 1 listed, very rare book. It might not ever sell. It's that kind of rare where the value is there, but you still need a buyer. But I think I got it listed $300. Hopefully that one sells. But for those books, $10.79 free shipping. I will make almost no money on that because that might be $8 to ship. So that's not great. That's actually almost $0. Oh, I hope it's closer to the $7 range, so I'm actually not paying negative money after fees. Or at the very least, I should have added it to my bulk random James Patterson lot. Too late now. Next up is B3, a Farberware rotisserie spit right here. And did get all of the pieces finally listed from that Farberware Grill I got for free. They said because they couldn't find the cord, they couldn't test it, and I didn't care because I wasn't going to test it either. I was going to part it out. So for the rod here, $23.99 plus shipping. It isn't international. It's going through the eBay global shipping program. So let's see where. I think Canada, which is unfortunate for them because if they had reached out, I probably could have found them a cheaper shipping option if I felt like going through that process at the time. And yes, it is going to Canada. Weird situation with this one that I hope doesn't cause a problem. They messaged me with an address and I don't know their address because I'm shipping it to Kentucky. So I'm hoping that the address they sent me just matches up with the address that they have on file. Because if not, this is going to the address they have on file. You cannot change someone's address. You're not supposed to do it. It's against eBay policy. I refuse to do it at all, ever. Some people will pick and choose. If it seems not scammy or not like a drop shipper, they'll just do it. I don't. I always tell them the same thing. I can't do that. It's against eBay policy. If you'd like, I can cancel the order and you can repurchase it with your new shipping information. Or I think you can even update your shipping information on an item you've already purchased. Either way, I'm shipping it to the address I have provided. Whatever comes after that is what it is. Because if I ship this out, it goes to the wrong address according to them, but it's the one they have on file. They would have to pay return shipping to return it. Bummer for them, but not my problem. Which may sound rude or crass, but I'm running a business. It is what it is. Next thing going out, here's a cool one. B6 is an Afghan blanket throw Roseanne edition, which, if you don't know, if you have one that looks like this one or looks like the picture you saw, which you should do, is put Roseanne in the title, because people like the one that's on the back of the Connor's couch from the show Roseanne. And this one is that style and coloring. People will put it in listings where it isn't. It's a completely different pattern. They'll have it, it's all one color, which theirs was not. Theirs was very mixed colors like this one, very vibrant. It will get you a premium. People search for it specifically, and if it actually matches it up, it is worth more money. For that one, took an offer, $58 plus shipping. I think it was listed $74.99 plus shipping. I think I just wasn't feeling like holding out. I'd said before, give me the money. I'm not holding out for anything these days. Give me the money. That was basically 20% off. So for me, that's I'll do that on most items anyways, even if it was freshly listed. I paid, I don't remember, but very little, under $5. Next up is it's in B3D7. It's a Canadian maple leaf. B3D, which is this container. I know that sounds complicated, but that complicated number means that I pull this out, I go to 7, and bingo, bango, driving a Durango, there it is. It, like I said, it sounds overly complicated, but it definitely cut the time of looking for that by 100. Because if that was just in a bucket, I'd have to search through a bunch of stuff and have to find it. I think I pointed out that I got these recently. I'm excited to put these into use. They're for index cards for I don't know what purpose you would use those for index cards. I don't know. A Dewey Decimal System in a library if it was 1984. But these are great. They lock into each other in the back, and then they lock in the front. So once they're together, they are together. I did figure out that 2 will fit stacked. So I could go 2, 2, and then the third one put whatever, the fifth one put wherever. Or the other option is I might just do 1 layer, and that way the top of it would still be its own shelf, but that area above it might be too little to even be useful unless something like this sits on top of it, where I could have all of those and then these on top. Excited to put those into place. The plan right now is to, now I'm just walking in circles. Let me know if, I try to cut it out, but let me know if my movement is ever messing with anybody's visuals, makes you nauseous at all, anything like that, because I have problems with motion sickness, so I'm very sensitive to anybody out there dealing with that. So I try my best to cut that out and not cause a problem. If I am, let me know. But the plan is B2, gonna stop putting any products on there, because for one, most of that stuff in the back, if it doesn't sell by the first of the year, it's going 50% off. It's out of here. And then these right here, this is the type of thing that is going to go in those drawers, where I probably will eliminate all of these and put them in one of those drawers. And then maybe these will sit on top of them at that point. It's a work in progress. We're figuring out. For that pin though, $6.29 free shipping. Not a lot of money, but making tons of money on the cufflinks and the pins and all that kind of stuff. So every once in a while, kind of like with the books, once you've gone through, don't drop it, Drew. Once you've gone through all the work of the research and figuring out what it's worth, when it's something like a book or a pin where you only need 2 photos, really, you've already put in all the time. So even though you're only making a couple of, I mean, $6.29, it's going to be $3.50 to ship. So I mean, I'm still going to make a couple bucks. Is it great? No. Is it the worst? No. Because I'm actually going to make almost the same money on this at $6.29 free shipping as I am on this at 11 something plus shipping because of the fees. Next thing going out, A3 is a Duck brand window kit. And I did say before I had raised the price because they were selling, I don't know, too good, which doesn't make any sense, but it worked. Because then when I put the 10% sale, they still sold. When I raised the price, I wasn't expecting to get full price. I was expecting when next time I ran a 10% sale, that somebody would buy one, and they did. $12.14 free shipping. Because 10% off before, they were like $11.79. That's total off memory, could be wrong, but it was 11 something. So that's an extra 25 cents for a couple clicks. Why not? Next thing going out, B4 is vintage orange B1, 2, 3, 4 Tupperware measuring spoons. And I think it's these. It's a set of 4. So yes, it is these right here. And for those, $9.99 free shipping. That was an offer someone sent me. It made me smile that someone hit me with the .99. I said, all right, you've worked in sales. You know how it goes. And they've got a very Halloween-y name, the Willow Witch. That sounds very Halloween-y. Next thing going out, C4 is a vintage Canon camera bag. C1234. I did just move it the other day. And I said, I'll put it back here. I won't need to get it right away. Why would I need that? And is this bag here? And let me put these rare muck boots back. I got these at Salvation Army yesterday for 20 bucks. I think we got them listed 65 plus ship. They were almost impossible to find. This muck hiking boot. I don't know why. And then when we did find it, not worth as much as we were expecting. I normally wouldn't pay $20 to make $60 or $20 to sell something for $60, but they were muck, so I figured, yeah, we'll do all right. I was figuring they'd be about 100 bucks. Nope. Still okay though. It's okay. But this Canon camera bag right here, it was very funny. I watched an episode of Shed Flips where Lonnie and Candace sold one of these, and Lonnie said it was his camera bag. And then the same day, I got this. I think that came in a Mikhail mystery box. I don't even remember where it came from, but I think that's where it came from. But it was the same day. I watched the episode where they sold it, and then boom, got one in my store. Mine sold for $17.99 plus shipping. They're sold for $19.99 plus shipping. But something they do that I do not do, I do not suggest you do, is you can do it, you can set it up in your store. They pass on the eBay discount on the shipping to the customer. Ain't happening. Yes, you would sell more things, but you would also get less money. I'm not doing it. But also, I do free first class shipping. They do charge shipping on everything. Media mail, first class, everything. So, like I always say, my business is not your business. Your business is not my business. I'm just telling you how I do it, and you can take all the bits and pieces of that you actually like or you think's a good idea, implement them into your business, and see if they work. If they don't, you switch it up. If they do, you keep them going. I love it. That's why when I first started, best thing I did, I watched everyone. I watched every reseller channel out there. Quickly whittled out a few that I just couldn't stand them. I mean, it is what it is. You know, some people like strawberry ice cream. Some people like vanilla ice cream. It is what it is. And then after a while, whittled out a few that really didn't know what they're talking about. Whittled out the few that you could tell they were in it for the YouTube. They're not actually full-time resellers. The ones that usually the indicator on that one is if they don't post their store in their YouTube because they don't want people to know what they actually sell. Because why else wouldn't they put a link in their YouTube channel to their store when the point is to sell stuff in your store? Suspect. Next thing going out, C1 is a pair of fuzzy slippers. It's actually 2 pairs of fuzzy slippers. And I got sent an offer on these ones with penguins and then these ones with little puppers. Got sent an offer on the 2 pairs of those for $12, and I think they were listed $19.99 free shipping. Jen listed them. They were Jen's. So I said, hey, 12 bucks. What do you think? She said, oh yeah, take it. When I bought them, she bought them at the store, apparently, because that's where you buy things. My brain sometimes. She said she paid $1 a piece. Here is $2 investment in a $12 free shipping. It'll cost, include fees and all that. Call it $5. So right there, making $5 on something she bought at Walmart, maybe. Might have to go check Walmart again if there's still $1. I'm guessing it was in like a clearance after winter time, is what my guess would be. And got a little surprise to go over today. Surprise for me, but we're gonna enjoy it together. Friend of the show, too nice to me, the Lowrys, sent me another gift. And I mean it, too nice, just too nice. They sent me the stickers, the magnets, this amazing sign that I think my garage shifted since I hung it up because it looks like it moved. So I think I'll get up there and redo it. I'm actually going to lower it down a little bit because I notice it's kind of cut off when I start my videos. Well, let me not show off their information. So 1 second. So they sent these very, very cool pins. Look at these. Hat, backpack, you know, whatever you want to put them on. But these cool pins. There's a square one, and then look at this one, like a die cut. Very, very cool. Some lucky viewers in the near future will be getting some of these. I just, over the moon. And they got like a, they almost look foggy, but there's a protective film that's on the top, and I don't want to pull it off until, you know, I go to wear it or use it or whatever. How cool are these? Just super, super cool. And again, Ron, Joanne, just too nice. They have been with the channel since, I don't know, 50 subs since the beginning. They won the first giveaway. They've been with me the whole time. Really, really supportive of the channel. And honestly, I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. About to choke me up here. Jeez. Let me switch up gears before I get choked up on camera. Lowry's amazing. You guys are the best. Really, really above and beyond. If you would like to, now that we're talking about, you know, doing things for me, if you would like to ever help out the channel, especially with the Christmas season coming up, the best way to do that is if you're doing your regular shopping, regular Christmas shopping, not for me. If you click on any of my links, the ones that take you to Amazon or the ones that take you to eBay, I think the only one that takes you to eBay is the one for my eBay store. But even if you just click on that link and then go about your normal shopping, your normal business, I do get a very small portion of that as an affiliate link. It's a very easy way to help out the channel without actually having to do anything except for an extra click. And how that works is it stores in your cookies for 48 hours. So you click on it, come back the next day and do your shopping. And if you're watching the video today, you plan on buying toothpaste on Amazon tomorrow, click on one of my links. Next time you go to Amazon, it will actually generate a little revenue for the channel, and I appreciate it very much. But Ron, Joanne, you guys you're too nice to me. You're just too nice to me. I got to figure out a way to get back to you guys at this point, but these are awesome. Speaking of that, next giveaway, it might have been in the last video at this point because videos are a little delayed. But we're very close. So I don't even know why I'm telling you about it now, because it probably happened in last video or it's happening in this video. And all of this is a moot point. But next giveaway will include one of these very awesome pins. Thank you so much. Well, that's gonna be all for this one. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give a thumbs up. If you didn't, go ahead and give a thumbs down. Subscribe, share, and be good to each other.